I'm Karen Elgersma at Merridale Cider in the Cowichan Valley, and you're watching Go Island on Shaw TV. On today's show, how to motivate cyclists to helmet up, the hottest wedding tips for 2013, and the breakdown debates our love-hate relationship with country music. All that and more on Go Island. Hello and thank you so much for joining us on Go Island. We have a Merridale show for you today. Because we are at Merridale Cider, and we are going to not only introduce a brand new cider to you, which I love. It's called Project Q. Kind of sounds like a 007 James Bond experiment. But we're also going to tell you some really cool things that are happening here at the beautiful Merridale Cider. Janet, tell me the vision behind Project Q. Begin with that, because it's a big vision, big vision.
Well, yeah, you're right, it is. Thank you so much for asking, Karen. So Project Q, for us, really started by looking at where are we going to be going in the next couple of years? What kind of things are we trying to achieve?
Right.
So for us, as you may know, we have a certain number of ciders that we've done, a certain flavor profile, and you know, we're very passionate about them. We're very passionate about staying true to our core values and making sure that we stay in the organic when we're making it. But we weren't really testing our creativity.
Right.
So Project Q became all about creativity.
Gotcha.
So not only though about just the creativity of Project Q itself, and I'll have to get Rick to talk to you about that, because honestly he's just bubbling over with it.
I know, it makes me so happy. Yes, go on.
But we decided that this is what we need to do 2 times a year.
Yeah.
Something like Project Q, where we're going to...
Limited edition.
That's right, limited edition. Where we're doing it with a community partner.
Who did you partner up with to make Project Q happen?
This one's cool. Cowichan Green Community.
Very cool.
So Cowichan Green does an amazing number of projects to help people in the valley. Very, very local. So we know that the cash is really getting to where it needs to go to help the people. But this one in particular, very fitting. We have the Save the Fruit project.
Yes.
And so some of the fruit that has gone into this, or some of the fruit that they have picked that is that unwanted fruit, or just, I shouldn't say unwanted, but fruit that's not going to get used.
Yeah, because in October you wander around the Cowichan Valley and you look on the ground and there's all sorts of fruit that has just dropped, and no one's making apple pies out of it, and no one's using the quince. And quince is one of those fruits that people don't often know how to use. Totally. So we have taken this fruit that otherwise would have just gone to the birds to rot, and we have created an extraordinary mix, a blend. Now when you hear about this blend, you are going to want to come out and taste it, because it is, I've never heard anything like this. Rick's going to tell us about that in just a minute, but first we are going to head out to do a story with Nikki Ignition. Now when you get in your car, you just automatically put on your seatbelt. It's a habit that we formed over the years, especially when the laws came into effect and we had to wear one. But when you get on your bike, do you automatically put your helmet on? Well, what if there were higher fines for not wearing a helmet? We're talking much higher fines. Well, I'll let Nikki Ignition explain. We are here at Merridale Cider, and we're very excited because a brand new cider is being launched, Project Q. The following cider has been brought to you by the letter Q. Tell us about...
It's not a Sesame Street
I can't help it. Just wanted to say that.
How about Q and Bond?
I know, that's what I was thinking. It's like a James Bond thing. Yeah. Tell us, speaking of James Bond, you were the mad scientist in your element creating this unique mix. So tell us what's in it.
Well, I can't tell you everything that's in it because it's a secret, and because I sort of fudged all the way along. It started with the Cowichan Green Community coming to us with some heritage apples, and once we decided, okay, that's a good way for us to give them some funds, and they gave us something back. Then there's an old quince cider recipe that was bouncing around in the back of my head, and never been able to use it because small quantity ciders are a lot of work and they don't make much money. So, but for a community project where you're not expecting to make money, that's okay.
It's a good time to try it.
Yeah, so then the quince, so we got the quince, and then we thought, oh, what are we going to do with this stuff? It's a rock. Have you ever seen a quince?
Yeah, I know, I have. I love the word quince. I think quinces are beautiful, but I do struggle on how to use it.
Yeah, so nobody knows how to use them.
Yes.
So Benny, our chef, had a couple of ideas, and so we started by cutting them in quarters and poaching them. I just started grabbing from a whole bunch of, wow, I've never tried this, I've never tried that. So I talked to a local maple syrup producer just north of Duncan, and we bought some of his maple syrup, broadleaf maple syrup made from Cowichan Valley maple trees.
Which we love, yes.
Yeah. And then we put some of that in and tried a bunch of bench trials, and then we, okay, well, it's not quite what we want.
More.
Yeah, so then we got some honey from the bee producer who keeps his bees here.
Of course he does.
He's not a bee producer, I guess. He's a
honey producer, yeah.
And so we got some of his bee sharp honey, and we put some of that in, and then it just needs a little bit more. So lo and behold, tucked in way in behind back here, I had a demijohn with some quince eau de vie that was about 5 years old. And yeah, of course everybody has that lying around, right? And the end result is Project Q. It's
delicious.
It's a symphony of flavors.
It is, and it is effervescent, which is kind of fun too. I love that because that's where the flavors really come to life in your mouth. Yeah. I'm very excited. Well, we are going to taste Project Q in just a moment, but first, wedding season is upon us, and we need to know all the tips, what to do, what not to do. Do you use your favorite uncle who always takes pictures as your photographer, or don't you? So confusing. So Sucheta Singh went out to find out all the hot tips for weddings 2013. We have one more wedding tip for you. Book your wedding at Merridale Cider. Look at how beautiful it is. You can sit outside, have your ceremony by the pond, sip on cider. Just a thought. We have to take a quick break, but stay with us because when we come back, we're going to taste the Project Q cider. And the breakdown is talking about country music. Do you love it? Do you hate it? What do you think? Welcome back to Go Island. We are at Merridale Cider in the Cowichan Valley, where they're just about to announce a brand new cider, Project Q. So I just have to get dramatic because it makes me, I love the name, Project Q. Now, remind our viewers that you grow your own fruit because, you know, I know it sounds silly, but some people forget when they're buying your cider that, yes, all the fruit that you use to create your ciders are grown right here on your property.
Not all. We actually have 2 other orchards growing for us in the Okanagan too.
Really?
Yeah. So we grow about 70% of the fruit here. Yeah. And the rest, because our orchard's only 20 acres, and we use a little bit more fruit than that.
And what I love about coming to Merridale is not only can you do some cider sippings, have a beautiful meal, but the apple orchard is so beautiful to walk through and experience. Makes me happy, I have to say. We are now going to do the scene promo, which will always make you giggle and laugh. It's as entertaining as the scene itself. So please sit back, relax, and be prepared to laugh. We have to take a quick break, but stay with us because when we come back, the breakdown, country music. Do you love it or do you hate it? Bring out the cider. Project Q. The first to taste. It's been undercover. So cheers, my friend. Cheers. Gotta taste it first. Oh, that's worth waiting for. That's me. I can taste the maple syrup and the honey and the...
So much going on, don't you?
Oh my gosh. And look how pretty it is. It's beautiful. So remind everyone if they want to experience Project Q, the launch and how long it's available because it's a limited edition. So
the launch will happen on March the 16th. So we're doing it the day before St. Paddy's. We're gonna have a big celebration. We've invited Cowichan Green Community, so they're gonna be here. We've invited the Sugar Beetles, so dancing for sure. Just saying, and a 3-course meal. So it is gonna be an awesome night. We are just so stoked for this night.
Thank you so much for watching. If you have anything that you want to share with us, you can go on our Facebook page, you can follow us on Twitter, you can email us. because we really do love connecting with you, the viewer. Thanks for watching.